share with you Kanye West's $7 million advertisement that he advertised during the Super Bowl. Only $7 million, not from a production perspective. That's how much he paid for the slot. And as a result of this, he converted this into $19 million in sales in the next 24 hours.
Hey y'all, this is Gary, and this is my commercial. And since we spent all the money on the commercial spot, we actually didn't spend any money on the actual commercial. But the idea is, I want you to go to Yeezy.com, YEEZY.com, and I'm gonna write it at the bottom of the screen. And I got some shoes, and that's it.
$7 million for the slot. That was his ad. $19 million in sales 24 hours later. This has created controversy as well because Kanye has come out and said many controversial things in the past. He's seen as anti-Semitic, etc. And a lot of people have said, wow, how did this guy manage to be able to advertise to such a massive audience on mainstream media? And the answer that we've been given is because he had the money to spend on it. In other words, you can just stump up $7 million to have your little slot on Super Bowl. And he converted that little piece of extremely low budget advertising to $19 million. It may be low budget in terms of the way that it was actually made in this situation, but it's an incredibly high value ad in terms of it relies on the Kanye West brand, does it not? Okay, it relies on Kanye's anti-establishment narrative. For this ad to be successful, it relies on everything that Kanye has done in the past in the media spotlight and continues to do, right? So it cannot be successful as a self-contained piece of media in and of itself, okay? It is the tip of an iceberg of a massive investment of both money and time and celebrity and brand. So the construction that it is a cheap and low budget ad is absolutely a misinterpretation, a misunderstanding. It's actually an incredibly clever and expensive ad if you look at it within the broader context of the entire marketing strategy.
Kanye West already is a really, really, really big brand. So the ad that he made for the Super Bowl is almost irrelevant. It's the fact that he's already, and to your point, billions have been spent on making Kanye West into a big brand, right? And billions have been made, but, you know, billions have been spent. So it is a big brand ad at the Super Bowl, just like the other big brand ads. And just because Ford, I'm making this up, right? Just because Ford spent $10 million on an ad for the Super Bowl, it doesn't mean that Ford is garnering value just from that $10 million ad. It's Ford. They've been around for 100 years. They've spent billions in advertising to get to that point. So you could argue that any Super Bowl ad is purely capitalizing, because it's all big brand stuff, and it's purely capitalizing on existing brand value. And that is the tip of the iceberg. So it's a good insight.
And look, the fact that it was filmed on his phone in the back of a car, all right, that's the aesthetic. That's the aesthetic. And if you think about Kanye, what is his brand? His brand is all about truth telling and keeping it real, right? And he says these controversial things, whether they're deeply offensive or culturally inappropriate. He says it, and so people believe they're getting the real deal from Kanye. They believe that they're getting the unedited narrative or script from Kanye, right? So the way that he delivered that advertisement was perfectly in line with the Kanye brand. And if he tried to make a high production value ad, it wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked.
Either way, it is still the tip of a very, very large iceberg.